to the computer. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Um, share slideshow. So I have a lot planned for you today. iDecide, as you know, is an interactive sales presentation tool. So I'm going to cover, of course, like what is iDecide, why does it work, so that you have confidence going into the sale when you're referring it to your colleagues or other businesses. The ideal customer, who are the people that you should be looking for, that you make the biggest bang for your buck, pricing, what they get and what you get. And then our extremely simple sales process, guys, we make it so easy for you. So I'm going to go over all of that today. But first and foremost, what is iDecide, right? Um, so iDecide is kind of all these things. It's interactive, it's personalized, it's engaging. Your viewer gets to choose their own adventure. It gives real-time updates. So this means if you send a link out, tomorrow you make edits, and then someone watches it the day after, even though you sent the link before you made edits, they're going to see the most up-to-date version. This is really, really huge for like compliance, right? There's no outdated information out there. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, did I send him the right presentation? Or, oh, the comp plan changed, so I have to send him the new link. No. You have one link, it's all updated in real time. I think that's huge. Um, Robust analytics. So this is coming from a company's perspective, right? Because your job is to get us in front of companies that want to build a presentation for their company. The analytics are insane. You can see down performance down to the voiceover line. So when you see that you're not getting the close rate that you like, it's no more guessing about, oh, well, why? You know exactly why because you can see the exact voiceover that most people are leaving at. And then you could always go learn about every single feature on idecide.com/features. But here's kind of the gist of how it works. I'm going to bring it all up onto the screen. Basically, how iDecide works is the individual reps are going to send their prospect a link to an iDecide presentation, and when the prospect clicks that link, their screen comes to life. It asks the viewer questions. It puts their name in the presentation. It adjusts based on what the viewer chose to see. And then the sender gets a text or email notification when they start watching and again when they finish, telling them exactly what the viewer chose along the way. So now you have a whole client profile. You can follow up with that prospect actually effectively. There's no more, hey John, did you get a chance to watch the video I sent you? No, we know because we're sending the notifications, right? So this is like, in my opinion, the biggest game changer is you get a notification or the sender gets a notification telling you exactly what that prospect saw, how they answered questions, and what they chose to see. Then we also give them status updates and follow-up reminders. So this is from the rep's perspective that's actually going out and doing the prospecting. So no more cold calling, no more trying to remember how to give the presentation, hoping that you're doing it as good as a top performing rep. No, we make it so simple for people to use. That's what iDecide is. What iDecide is not is a video, and we get very offended when you call us that, so don't do it. And I'm say that kind of kidding, and I also say that very seriously because not just because it's the CEO's biggest pet peeve, it is actually because it starts to cheapen the impression of what your prospect is about to experience or what this like really amazing tool is that you're trying to refer them to, right? So I always give this example when I'm doing my trainings. I love my mom. She found TikTok. And she sends me video after video after video after video. And she knows at this point that if she doesn't send me the timestamp of the part she thinks I'm going to laugh at, I'm not watching it. So I literally get a TikTok link for my mom and minute 1.05 to 1.20 because she knows I'm not watching a video, right? So if you send me a link and you say, hey, Bailey, here's a video, I'm referring this really cool product. It's an interactive video. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. It's just another video platform, right? But no, this is an interactive experience that you're going to personalize for them, right? It lets the viewer choose what they want to see. So the second you say video, it automatically lumps us with something that's really not cool. And iDecide is cool because we could do all these cool things that videos can't do. I'm harping on videos, but these are also true for PowerPoint, for Canva, for pitch decks, for videos. We could show live websites in the presentation without ever leaving. So if you have a website that you want the viewer to actually be able to scroll through, they could do that right on the presentation screen. They never have to leave. We could do calculations. We can ask them, if it's a debt calculator, you could ask them about all the debt they have and you can calculate how much you could save them. They could schedule appointments right in the presentation. They never have to leave. We could show real-time data. So, an example is going to be Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's value changes by the second. There's no way we can update a presentation enough times for it to be accurate. We can show the real-time price of Bitcoin. So it is always consistently up to date. It is never outdated for a second. We have the viewer's name throughout the presentation, not just on one screen. You don't have to edit. We automatically add their name throughout the presentation. And then here are some testimonials. So this company had 500 recruits a month before they started working with iDecide, and they had 2,000 in the first 2 weeks after launching. That is huge, right? You did 4 times the amount that you used to do before using iDecide in half the time. Imagine what this did for that company's business. I absolutely love it. A total game changer. I had total fear of rejection, and this beats that. This is from an individual user, right? Because if I'm just joining this company and I don't know everything there is, and I see, people that have been there for years doing the presentation, and I'm like, I'll never be that good. What if they say no? The first time someone tells me no, I'm going to be like, yeah, I can't do this, right? But if you have an iDecide link that you could just send someone, there is no rejection. I'm never giving that presentation. You're never telling me no. iDecide is doing that call for you. I love this platform. It saves you so much time, money, and effort. This is huge. Imagine getting your time back. iDecide saves me so much time. It does the first appointment for me. How many calls do you think these companies get on that are just, here's what the company does, here's how we help you, here's what we offer, here's and this is the price, and how much time does a rep spend on doing that call? Probably about what, 30 minutes to an hour per person. For that person to at the end maybe says, yeah, actually, thank you so much for spending the time with me, but I'm not interested. That's an hour of your time wasted, right? But now iDecide's going to do that call with you, and you're only going to get on the phone with people that you know are interested because they chose to watch the presentation, you saw the notifications, and they chose to schedule time on your calendar. Here's another case study that I think is insane. So this is from a financial services industry, a financial services company. They had a 40% increase. So you'll see the 3 months before using iDecide, they were barely breaking that 3 million a month, which is still huge, but like 3 million a month mark, right? But look at those numbers after the 3 months after launching iDecide. Well into the 4 millions. They're recruiting more, and those recruits are doing more. This is literally huge. This is in the millions per month, and all that they did was launch iDecide. Well, I'm sure they did more than just launch iDecide. I'm sure they did a lot outside of iDecide, but I mean, this is a direct correlation, right? Um, we're in over 90 countries. We're in over 20 languages. At this point, we've had over 8 million iDecides viewed around the world. And I'm not saying this to impress you, maybe just a little bit to impress you. I'm really saying this to impress upon you that you can have a lot of confidence in what you're referring to your colleagues when you're saying, hey, you should check out iDecide for your business. Now, getting into the weeds of it, we do have 3 tiers subscription. So, if you guys have any questions, actually, let me put a pause on this really quick. Does anyone have questions about what is iDecide, or is everyone here pretty confident about, just like literally what is iDecide? Okay, cool. I don't have any questions coming in. I'm going to keep my eye on the chat, but I am going to move forward. So we have 3 subscription tiers. Elite is going to be the one that we focus on the most. This is going to be your moneymaker. These are large enterprise companies with over 1,000 sales reps. We only charge them 7,500. It's a one-time build fee. There is no recurring contract or fees from there. And they actually earn commission on everything that their reps subscribe. So now not only are we not charging them anything, we are now giving them money for referring us to their reps. This is a huge money-making opportunity for you because these companies with over 1,000 sales reps, you get a percentage of all of that. And iDecide Pro is going to be for small to medium-sized businesses with, maybe one sales rep to maybe 100 sales reps. This is going to be where they build it themselves on the My iDecide platform. They can pay a one-time fee for us to build it for them in their account. But for the most part, these companies have like a small marketing department or a marketing girl, that's going to build their presentation for them. It's a lot more affordable than the 7,500, and it's really good for if you have maybe one of your friends owns a business and he's really in the sales right now. And so he's not able to spend as much time doing the parts of his business that he loves. Let him build an iDecide presentation to do the sales, and then he could just spend time doing what he likes, right? So, for an example of this is I've been working really closely with someone that does solar panels. They do solar panel installation. And he got on a call and said, I'm spending so many hours on the phone just answering inquiries about like, hey, what do you do? How much is it? What is solar panels? He said, I would love to have an iDecide presentation that I could just send them. And once they learn all that information, they can call me for the specific questions and scheduling the appointment, right? Now he spends time with qualified leads and he can actually go and focus on installing panels. So this is a really good qualified lead for pro. We're not going to focus on that as much because it's not where you'll make as much money. But I just wanted to give you an example to start framing the idea of what kind of people this could help. And then iDecide Standard is just going to give them access to send existing presentations. It could be as little as $30 a month or $297 lifetime, I think is what it is. It's super cheap, it's super affordable. If your company is a pro or elite user, they built the presentation, all you need is this standard subscription to send it out. And if you refer a company that also refers their standard subscribers, you get percentages of all of that. So who is the ideal customer? I've talked about this elite, what is elite, and we've talked a little bit about, oh, the pro, these aren't the ideal customers, but they're still there, right? So who is the ideal customer? The iDecide Elite companies that you make the most money on are any sort of network marketing companies because these companies are consistently recruiting new reps. A lot of these reps don't have sales experience. Um, and this is like the perfect tool for them, right? So we prefer working with large team leaders over corporate that have over or at least 1,000 sales reps. These people are earning about 500,000 to $1 million a year. So they're not making so much money that they don't want to rock the boat, right? Because you see like once they break that, oh, I'm making over $1 million a year, what I'm doing is working and I don't want to touch it. But if you have these people that are, making maybe 500,000, they have a huge team, but they have peers that are breaking that $1 million point. They're hungry, they want to grow, they want to get there, right? And so they want the iDecide advantage over other teams because they want to recruit and get people on their team. But Bailey, I don't know any network marketing people, that are that big. Well, start from the bottom up. If I know a bunch of people in network marketing that are, my age, my friends, my network. I feel like everybody's trying to start their own business these days, and they're going towards these network marketing companies that give them the time freedom. Even like financial advising firms are also network marketing because an individual can join the company and start their own team. So, start from the bottom up. If you know anyone that's doing network marketing, that's doing the selling, ask them to introduce you to their lead, who can introduce you to their lead. Start from the bottom, and then the bigger up you go, the more of a qualified prospect that is for you and to use iDecide. And then also once you get some buy-in and you get those internal references, right? Because maybe the first three tiers really loved iDecide, the fourth tier is more likely to pay attention and take it seriously because four people or three people thought it was cool enough to like get you to him, right? So you also start to get that like that inside referral credit too. Um Perfect. So now let's go into, well, what does it actually cost a company? What does the company get for that cost? And then what would you get for that cost? So this is what the Elite package is. It's $7,500, and then it comes with a completely built custom iDecide presentation. We do a coaching call with them or their team to get an understanding about, well, how do you want this presentation to feel and what is your goal? We have a script writer that writes the scripts for them based on the products and the information they give us. We give them a custom branded marketing site for them to send all their reps to sign up. We do custom branded launch emails and social media posts. We give them custom notifications so that every person that watches their presentation, each rep is going to get a custom notification. We do advanced presentation analytics. I mentioned earlier, we could see right down to where are you losing people at which voiceover line, how is your reps performing? Like, what is the overall close rate, send rate, everything. We do monthly analytics review sheets with them. So we tell them, hey, here's how you're performing. And we recommend if you just change this one voiceover line, we think that you'll increase your close rate by 10%. We give an hour of free edits per company per month to make sure that they're keeping their presentation up to date without it costing them a dime. We eat that cost. Discounted additional presentation. So if they wanted to build a second one, it's up to $24.99 max. And this is the best part. We give them a 20% rev share. So all those standard subscriptions that they're getting from their reps joining iDecide, we are paying them 20%. 9 times out of 10, if you have a company that fits the ideal customer profile and has over 1,000 reps on their team, not only do they make this 7,500 back during the launch, it becomes a very consistent stream of revenue generating income. So now every single month we are paying them that 20%. So it's basically a free presentation and it actually pays them to do it. And that's not even considering the amount of recruits it's bringing in and the amount of sales that you're going to be closing because your reps have a good, solid presentation to send their prospects. So, in my opinion, all of this for 7,500 isn't enough, right? So, what does this mean though? So, I told you about that 20% rev share. I think the prices have changed a little bit, but when we launch, because I'm going to show you I'm going to go over that 40% increase case study. I'm going to bring it back up here. And this is the prices that they had when they launched. So the Elite company, it was a financial services company, paid $74.99 Elite. And then their sales reps subscribed to a standard subscription just to send out that presentation they built. And we pay 20% of all of those subscriptions back to the Elite customer. So in this example, um, 2,000 sales reps subscribed to this company that I was telling you about. So this is just the launch. $400,000 on the launch. In the first 3 days of launching iDecide to their reps, they had $400,000 in sales. We paid them 20% of that. So they made $80,000 from the launch. That's insane. That is a $72,500 net profit plus the ongoing subscriptions, plus the increased business that they are getting because they are giving their reps actual tools that work. I mean, this should be easy to sell. This is a no-brainer for me. If you have over 1,000 sales reps on your team, I mean, this company at this had over 2,000. Imagine making $80,000 from a product that's not even your main focus just because you built an iDecide presentation and gave your reps a good tool. So, what does this mean for you? You make a 10% commission on everything that you sell as our affiliate and sales reps. So, what would your commission have been during this launch? If you brought in this company and they had a $400,000 launch, you would have made $40,000 from the launch alone. And that's plus ongoing subscriptions. We pay you a recurring revenue. So, as long as the company is still alive, you're getting a consistent 10% rev share. This is huge. So if you can think of a company or get in with a big network marketing company, this is why we focus so much on those elite multi-level marketing or companies with over 1,000 sales reps as the ideal customer because your earning potential can easily be this in 3 days of us launching it to their reps. Okay, now not to make it even crazier for you, but I am going to go over the simplest sales process. So to earn that $40,000 commission, because maybe you know a top performer with 2,000 sales reps on their team, and you're like, I know who to sell this to. This is how simple it is for you to earn that 10%. Your job is to make sure they see the iDecide demo. Schedule a Zoom call at callidecide.com with you, us, and their decision maker. Enter your name and who referred you, and then you're done. We take it from there. We do everything after that Zoom call. It is your job to basically just make that connection for us, and then you get 10% of everything they do. I don't know about you, but does this seem like a sales process that you can actually do? Does this seem like something that is replicatable, duplicatable for you? And you get an iDecide demo, which is an interactive experience for them, right? It talks about what is iDecide, why should they get it? And then you could put your affiliate link in the end of it. So let's say you have someone watches the demo and they just want to purchase. They click get started right in the presentation. It goes right to your affiliate link and you don't even have to do the Zoom. They just purchased and you got 10%. I don't know. Put it in the chat if you think that you could actually do that. I'll schedule a Zoom call with us and a decision maker of a company, right? Or just send out the demo and let people sign up through your link, right? I think that's so easy. So yes, I see people in the chat saying, yes, I could do that. Super simple. 40,000, here I come. I like that one. Okay, cool. And then here are just some miscellaneous things for you. If you feel like a company is looking for some social proof, you could always get testimonials by visiting idecide.com/testimonials. We have a bunch of different clients on that page. These are going to be a lot of the CEOs. So up there is Jamie Prickett. He's the CEO of Experior. We have Truvy's CEO. Jordanson Associates, top leader. We have a lot of referrals or written testimonials on there. So this is a really great place for you to start. And then how long does the process take? So you refer us someone and they decide they want to move forward. It takes us about a week to write the script, send it to them, and go back and forth on getting the perfect script approved. And then it takes about a week for us to actually build out the presentation. And this varies based on the production schedule and the size of the script, of course. And that's it. So in 2 weeks, you could have a full like from pay. If you get us everything on time, well, if your customer or your referral gets us everything, it could literally be a 2 week process, and they have this interactive experience. And then what is required on their end? All that they have to do is provide a recording of their top person doing the presentation that they want to duplicate, edit and approve the script that we write, upload any logos, branding guidelines, anything that they want us to use when writing the script or building out the presentation, and help us launch it. That's it. We do it all. When I say it's a white glove service, I really mean that we try to take everything off of their plate and 100% consume the work, right? The only thing this says email us for support, not your company, but just email us for support because you guys are helping us refer. It's not about your company, right? But if you have any questions about how to refer iDecide, what is iDecide, how do we frame certain things, why shouldn't you call us a video if you're still confused on that? I am going to open it up to a live Q&A, but also you can email us at any single time by visiting hi@idecide.com. Okay, do I have any questions about anything that I've gone over? I don't see any questions in the chat. Hopefully it means that I explained everything super well and not that I've lost you somewhere along the way. So, um, this is your chance to ask questions live. I am going to show you a little tour around the affiliate dashboard so that you just know how to, make those referrals. But before I do that, do you have any questions on anything I've covered, any of the pay structures or anything like that? Okay. I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm just going to give you a quick tour. This is our demo affiliate back office. So these numbers aren't real, but they're just for me to be able to show you around. So when you log into your affiliate dashboard, you could go to affiliates.idecide.com and you'll log in. This is what you're going to see. When you are here, this is kind of like your dashboard. So you can see how many people have clicked on your link, how many referrals have you had, and how many customers are actually paying. Upload your W-9 so we could pay you. And then you could see that this is a two-tier affiliate program. So what does that mean? It means that you earn 10% on your direct referrals, but then when they sign up for the affiliate program and they start referring, you actually get 5% of everything that they refer as well. So that's huge. Imagine that it's not just your referrals, but their referrals you actually still get paid on. It does end at two because we're not a multi-level marketing company ourselves. We just want to make sure that you are getting compensated for the referrals you bring in, the money we're making because of you. We want to make sure that we're thanking you and returning that to you. And then here's how you can get those referral links. So my iDecide is going to be if you just have that small business that you know is going to be a pro subscriber, and you don't want them to be bogged down with all the information of Elite, you can copy this one and send it to them. iDecide is going to be our general website. This is going to make sure that they're going to get everything, right? So they'll learn about Elite, Pro, Standard, the features for all of them. So it's a little bit more general because it's going to talk about all of it. But I think if you have a small business that you want to refer, I think it's just simpler to send them this and they get a lot less confused. But you send them this, you copy it, and then you could paste it into any messaging platform and send it. Of course, FAQs down here. Referrals is where you could track your referrals. You'll see this one is disabled just because this is my test account. But this is where you can come up with, okay, I see that all of these people are actually paying and where they are in their journey. Sub-affiliates, this means if you want to have people come and join your team. So if I was an affiliate and I wanted my mom to start referring iDecide, she could sign up as a sub-affiliate of mine. And that's where I start earning 5% of everything that she refers. So if I wanted my mom to just sign up as an affiliate, let's say my mom's not a business owner and she just wants to start earning extra money, right? So I'm just going to give her this link here, and this is going to let her sign up for the affiliate program. Oh, and it's already logged in, but it's going to let her sign up for the affiliate program, and she'll automatically be listed as my sub-affiliate. Commissions, this is how much you've earned, payouts, assets. This is a really big tab, in my opinion, because this is where we give you content to advertise iDecide. So if you scroll through here, this is going to be a bunch of things that you could post on social media and you can include your affiliate link with it. We have an intro video. So if you were to copy this link, it's a YouTube that's introducing my iDecide. How to add the iDecide demo to your account with your affiliate link. This is going to be the exact step-by-steps. Um, and then sample messages, I also think is huge because I think part of the hardest thing is like, okay, well, what do I say to people, right? So this is going to show you a couple sample messages. You could literally just copy this and you'll notice that your affiliate link is already pre-populated into the message. So it's really helpful. You could just see, okay, well, I want a short, punchy text. Okay, cool. Do I like this? Yeah, cool. I'm going to copy and just paste this into a text platform. And then reports, this is how you could see some of the analytics. I think this is the most important thing is just how to get to your affiliate link. Oh, that's the wrong one. How to get to your affiliate link. When you click on home, you'll see these here and sub-affiliates here. So if you have people that you want to make sure that you're getting credit for everything they refer, make sure they're here. And then referrals is how you can keep track of everyone that you have actually referred. It's really simple. It's a very basic platform. But does anyone have any questions about how to actually start referring? If you got on here and you were like, there is one thing I'm really hoping to learn about, what was it? If you want to throw that in the chat, I could just make sure that I did cover everything you were looking for. Or if you have any questions, or if you're confused about the difference between the sub-affiliate link and the affiliate link, any questions that you have, now is the time to ask them because I'm here and I'm ready to support you. I don't see any questions coming in. Hopefully that meant I did a really good job presenting and you guys don't have any questions because I made it so clear. But now is your last chance. I will go ahead and end the chat if I don't get any other questions. And yeah, hopefully I'll either see you next week or see you over in our customer support email if you guys have questions or referrals. All right. I don't see any questions. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy your night. My name is Bailey one more time. I'm one of the customer success coaches here at iDecide, and it has been an absolute pleasure. Thanks, guys.